Hello, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I have a collection reflection about tower cards. Now, we are sitting in Gemini 2, and here we are walking along my Decan Walk. I'm walking along here, and boom, here we come to another Decan that requires me to look at the tower card for 10 days straight. And I don't like the tower card. It's, every card, everybody has a card in the deck that bothers them, right? Like, it is what it is. The tower card is my card. It's not my favorite card. I've pulled it before and had some kind of rough experiences in regards to after seeing it, and it just, I think, has connected in my brain, and call it PTSD, call it what you want to call it. I don't like the tower card, right? And so the first of these decans on this Decan walk required me to look at the tower card for 10 days straight, and I thought of it as sort of being like immersive therapy almost, because I gotta say the tower card doesn't make me as nervous, because it used to be like it would pop out. It wasn't like this when I first started reading tarot, but in the last couple of years, since the last experience that I had where I pulled the tower card and literally struck, not like figuratively, and blew out all the lights in my house. It was like a fucking horror movie. It was crazy. So the it was like I was watching something on TV for real. And ever since then, the tower card hits the table and it just jolts me. It may not be like a physical jolt, but it's definitely like a sharp intake of breath. Maybe not physically, but just in my mind. So I get a little nervous. I haven't had anything super crazy happen lately. But when the tower card comes, it's never that fun, right? It's not usually super fun. So I don't love looking at it. But I will say, after Decan 1, Aries 1, where we had to look at the tower card for 10 days straight, it's less, I don't know. I don't jolt anymore. I don't suck my air in anymore, right? We're sitting here in Gemini 2, where we have Mars in Mercury, or Mars in Gemini, or whatever. And so, Mars in Gemini, and the tower card is a card we have to look at for the rest of this Decan. And I think I'm about halfway through the Decan when I'm filming this. I don't know when it'll go up, but here we are staring at this tower card again. Okay, fine. It's not so horrifying as it was before when it came out in Aries 1. I mean, it was the beginning of the Decan walk, and it was the first 10 days, and I was like, shit, I hate this. How could it be the one card in the deck that I can't stand? But this time around, it's not so bad. I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it, right? And I think it's just, like I said, immersion therapy. Call it what you want, but it's working. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of tower cards in my collection, because I'm a person who doesn't love the tower card. I tend to have a lot of nice tower cards in my collection, because if I do look at a deck before I buy it, that's one of the cards that I look at. I'm going to check it out and see if it's going to be something that I want to look at. Like, if I'm doing a tower reading, or a reading where I know the tower card is probably going to hit the table, or if I'm in a time where I feel like the tower card is coming out a lot, it's stalking me or whatever, I can switch. I have decks where the tower card is not so, ugh. Like, look at this one. Some of these tower cards can be really freaking abrasive. Like, look at this. I mean, there's lightning and fire, and people are literally like falling out. I mean, she's literally wearing her work clothes. Like, what happened? You're walking to work one day, riding up the elevator with your coffee cup, and bam, like, this is abrasive. What the hell? And then look at this one. This one really gets me. I don't like this card at all, y'all. This one is from the Light Seers. I'm sorry, this one was from Super Lunaris Tarot. In case you want to know, maybe you love this tower card. Far be it for me to tell you it's not fabulous. It's just not for me. This one is from the Light Seers Tarot. It is, I don't know what it is about this card, y'all, but it really bothers me. I think it's the disintegration. And the lack of control that bugs me the most about this card. I mean, it's literally like the world is disintegrating into nothingness, and there's nothing that anyone or anything can do about it, and God knows where all these particles are going to go or what's going to come of them. Like, it bugs me. I do not like this at all. And then this one is from Tarot of the Abyss. I love this deck. I think it's beautiful. It's dark. It can be dark. A lot of these Anatorian decks can be. I find her Oracle to be dark as well. But look at this one. Jesus, first of all, why is this house built on this tree? And why does this tree look like it's in the middle of a nightmare or something? I don't even know. And then this guy is like, he's falling. And this person has already fallen and is also all looks like might also be on fire as they're falling, which ouch, right? And then this person is, there's no hope there for them. I mean, maybe they might be able to shimmy over, but I doubt it. Like, they're probably going to be down here with them. Oh my gosh. And what is even below this? I don't even know. This bothers me. I don't like it. And then this, oh my God, this is a typical tower card, right? This is from the Neoteric Feminine. All of these are typical tower cards. But look at this. My goodness. I don't like it when it's like this with the fire and the lightning. And look, somebody's crown done fell off. Her clothes are coming open. You about to see her underwear. Like, it's just, I don't like it. I don't love it. So, yeah, like I said, these cards don't bother me as much as they once did. Although this one still gives me a visceral reaction. I do not like this one at all. This is my issue. These are my issues with a lot of tower cards. But because I'm a person who does have issues with the tower cards, I was looking through my collection and I realized that I actually have a lot of pretty great tower cards. And I think that comes from the fact that, I try to curate to make sure that my cards don't scare me, and I tend to pick decks with card imagery that doesn't make me uncomfortable. And the tower card is a big part of that. And so I would like to share with you today some of my tower cards that don't bother me, because maybe you just want to see this, or maybe you're looking for a deck with a tower card that doesn't suck. And so I'm here to show you what I got. So let's start with one of my newest ones. This is the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. This is the newest deck. Is it the newest one? I think this is one of the newest tarots in my collection. And I have a whole long chatty walkthrough of it. I'll link it for you if you want to see, but I'll show you some of the cards. It is a beautiful watercolor, witchy and green, like very foresty deck by Llewellyn. It comes on linen cardstock. And the imagery is not that, it's not that disturbing. Because of the art style, you would think that it would be very fairy tale, but it's the fairy tale is more of a Grimm's fairy tale than a Disney fairy tale, right? It gets a little sharp. But the tower card is actually okay. So let's take a look. This is the tower card for Tarot of a Witch's Garden. And yes, there's fire. And yes, there are people falling from the tower. However, we have these little badgers and this little fairy who has this, blanket, and they're kindly trying to catch these children. And it looks like they're going to be okay, right? And so because the children look like they're going to be okay to me, I don't feel so bad about the fact that their treehouse has practically been blown to pieces. And so this tower card, it doesn't bother me as much. Now, this deck did come in after my first 10 days of the Decan Walk. So it could just be that I'm a little more desensitized to it. But for the most part, I like this tower card. And so that's Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Also from Llewellyn, this is the Tarot of Mystical Cats. It is also a lovely, Llewellyn has a style. They do a lot of these sort of watercolory, pretty storybook looking decks, right? And this is one based on cats. And in this world, the cats rule. This is basically a cat world. It almost feels like another planet where cats are are, taking the place of people. And so I love this little card. It's so funny, so cute. I think this deck is cute, and the tower card in this deck does not disappoint. So let's take a look. So here's our tower card in the Tarot of Mystical Cats. It is, I mean, it's cute. I don't know what this tower is or what's really going on. And I mean, yeah, this cat doesn't look super happy, right? He doesn't look super happy. He doesn't now. But they don't look terrified. There's no blood. The lightning is kind of far away. It's not striking anybody. And we all know, if you know cats, they're all going to land on their feet. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this tower card. What do you guys think? Next up is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. If you know this deck, you know that this is an adorable deck as it is. There's really nothing terrifying about this deck at all. There is not a card in this deck that's not cute, to be honest. They're all just cute, anamorphic, people-y animals in random situations with really cute clothes on. It's like very fashion forward. It's just a cute deck. And the tower card is just as cute. Like it really is. So here's our tower card for the Tarot of Curious Creatures. It's cute. Like, okay, I love the fact that, first of all, it's clever, right? Because there's still lightning, there's still fire, because that's the symbolism we need in the card, right? I mean, we don't need it. Let me take that back. We don't need it, because I do have some tower cards coming where we don't even have it and we still get the feeling, but it's the go-to symbolism for this card. But I like the way she's done it, where she has it sort of burning away the background that she's leaning on, and then when it's gone, she'll stand on her own 2 feet, and I like that. I also like also like this little person falling. Like, where was he and why is he so tiny? Like this almost makes me laugh. So yeah, I'm cool with the tower card. Next up is the Butero, and a deck as cute as this. I mean, could we have a tower card that was bad? Probably not. This, if you haven't seen this deck, it is super adorable. Lots of little ghosties, getting into all kind of shit. It reminds me of my cat decks, but for ghosts. It's very colorful. I have 2 decks that are supposed to be wintry decks from this creator. This one and a Christmas Lenormand. Neither feel wintry at all to me, right? This is ghosts, so it should be Halloween, right? There's pumpkins. I guess she lives in France, but it feels almost like she lives below the equator, because all of her, what I would think would be winter decks, feel summer to me. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, let's get to the tower card. So this is the tower card for the Butero, and this is super cute, y'all. I think that these ghosts with their matches setting shit on fire, they just look like they're playing a joke on somebody else. I don't even know. Like, they look at how he's like giggling, like and he's winking, like, yeah. And these 2 ghosts are like, oh shit, they're getting on. But it's like, okay, yeah, y'all are playing a joke, but this is like, y'all burned down their house. Like, that's fucked up. But they're too cute to be mad at them. I like this little card. This actually makes me laugh. Another one of my favorite tower cards in my collection is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. If you have this deck or if you've seen this deck, the tower card is probably one that really stays in your mind. A lot of the images in this deck are striking and memorable. It's sometimes I can think of the images in this deck when I'm not even using the deck. They stay with you. You know what I mean? They just kind of stay with you, and in a good way, not like a bad, not like a bad meal. They stay with you in a good way, right? Like, I love a lot of the imagery in this deck, but the tower card is probably one of my favorite cards in the deck, which is strange because, as I've mentioned several times over, I don't like the tower card. But in this deck, it might be my favorite card in the deck. Let's take a look. So this is the Tower card for the Tarot of Mystical Moments. It is stunning. I don't know. Are you getting it? Because it does have a little bit of a glare. Let me put it down and see if I can zoom in for you guys so that you can see it a little bit better. Hold on. There you go. I think that's better. So she is literally holding on to the tower that is combusting in her hands, and it is catching her on fire and everything else. And I feel like this is how a lot of us, well, I know it's how I often experience tower moments, right? Where the shit is going down and I am just literally trying to keep it from crumbling, where there's no way to save it. It's catching me on fire, or it's disintegrating me in by through osmosis, from touching it, from trying to save it, but I keep trying anyway. And yeah, she's at peace with trying to save this, but it's actually breaking her apart, and she may not even realize that. But she will when it comes to the point where she has to let go. And then maybe her peace won't seem so peaceful, right? It's just like it's an interesting way to think about the Tower card, and it is definitely one of my favorite cards in the deck. I don't know if I want to say it's my favorite because, I don't like to choose favorites, but I do really love this card. And for it to be the Tower card, to be one of the cards that is like at the top of my favorites list, that's saying something. So this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Next up is the Word Cloud Tarot. This deck is one I got off Kickstarter. It's super cute. It has words all over it, and the little people are so stupid cute. I have a whole unboxing of this one, so I will link it for you if you did want to see it. I also have one for the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I may link that one as well if I can. I think you can only put five cards, but I'll link as many as I can of anything that I have unboxings of. But you can just you can check my playlists. I try to keep them all there. But anyways, so the Tower card. The Tower card in this one is super cute. Like just like the rest of the cards, it's really cute. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel scary at all because of the artwork. And then look at the little people. Like they look like this guy looks like he's actually jumping from the tower to save himself. But this guy is like Spider-Manning down. Like that's cute. Like, come on now. That's cute. Okay, so how could this be scary? It doesn't feel scary to me at all. And I don't like the Tower card. But for this one, I think it's cute. And this is the Word Cloud Tarot or the Happy Toast deck. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember the name of this deck. It's either Word Cloud or Happy Toast deck. Next up is the Book of Shadows Tarot. This one, I like this deck. This is one of those Los Scarabeo, Barbara Moore decks. I love a good Barbara Moore deck. I love the way she thinks about tarot, the way she expresses the meanings of the cards through the artwork. I mean, she doesn't do the art, but I'm sure that she communicates with the artist about what she wants to see on the card for the deck, and I love it. I love this Temperance card. And the Tower card in this is no exception. She just has an interesting way of thinking about tarot cards, especially as when it comes to the theme of the deck. And this is the Tower card for this one. And it's not scary. It's just real life. And I feel like that it just really goes with the theme because the theme of this deck is real life. And sometimes because it's the so below deck where it's like the earthly version, instead of it being all with up and very woo. This is bringing the tarot down to earth and the real life and the everyday. And in our everyday world, a tower moment could just be that we broke something or something we really loved, but maybe we cherished it a little too much, right? But it's not really that big of a deal. We have plenty others. This is just a cup she's dropped here. So yeah, or she was on the phone and she knocked something over by accident when maybe she should have been paying more attention. It's an interesting way to think about the tower and bring it into the real life, but it's not scary at all. So, I mean, even though it's red, it's not scary. So, this is again the Book of Shadows Tarot. So below, Volume 2. Another little Scarabeo deck is Tarot of the Pagan Cats. I freaking love this deck. This is my second version of this deck. The first version had borders, beautiful kitty paw borders. This one, unfortunately, I lost that one and I had to get this one. And I don't love this border on the bottom of this, but the artwork is a little bigger, so that's nice. Because it can get a little busy for my eyes, but this is cute. I love this deck. It's a cat deck, and another one where it's like a world where the cats are the people, right? They're the ones who run the world, and I enjoy this one. And the cat, the tower card in this deck. Sorry, I can't get the words out. The tower card in this deck is funny. This cat looks like he is so upset. You know, like his nails, all his nails are out. Like his collar done fell off. It's in the corner. Like it's a mess. But and maybe this could feel scary to some people and triggering to some people, but for me, this makes me laugh. I don't know why. Because I love cats and I don't want to see them upset. But it's just, I don't know. Whenever I see this, I'm just like, it's very dramatic. It's very dramatic. Overly so, it seems sometimes. So this tower card does not scare me. This is the tarot of pagan cats. This is the Sufi tarot. And I would say, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't know. I might eat my words later. But I feel like a lot of the cards in this deck are not scary. There are not a lot of scary cards in this deck. Even the scarier cards don't feel scary. And I keep this deck on my angel deck shelf because I feel like it's a soft imagery, soft messages, and it just doesn't feel nerve wracking. And it feels like one of my angel decks, even though it's not an angel deck. And so the tower card does not disappoint in that way. It definitely a tower card. You know, we have the tower and we have the lightning. There's no fire, and the blue light, the blue, I think, is what really makes it feel almost calming. Even though the top of this building is breaking off, it's going to hit the ground and make a lot of noise, but it doesn't feel like it's going to make a lot of noise. I think it's the blue. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is one that doesn't scare me. What about you guys? What do you think? In a similar vein, this is the Tinseltown Tarot. It is another soft imagery deck that, you know, is hard pressed to scare you. I mean, it's pinks and pastel blues and purples. And I mean, just how scary could it, I mean, how scary could it possibly be, right? And the Tower card doesn't disappoint, you know? It's just not scary. Like it's purple and pastel and it's the Hollywood Tower. And even the lightning bolt feels like something out of a comic book, right? And it's just a little bit of the tower coming off the top. Not a lot. You know, most of the building is fine. I mean, there's a couple people, but look how tiny they are, you know, and they're not falling that far. They'll be all right. This one, it just feels soft and it's okay. Whenever I see it, it doesn't make me nervous. Um, how do you guys feel about this one? This is the Broken Isn't Bad tarot. And I would say that if I can get the cards out. Yeah, the imagery on this deck, it can be a little, for me, a little something sometimes. But for some reason, the scariest card in any tarot deck does not, the triggeriest, I guess, the card that usually is most likely to trigger me in most tarot decks does not trigger me in this deck, although some of the other cards do. But yeah, the Tower card in this deck, it's not so bad. I actually really love it. It just reminds me of, I'm gonna have to start putting cards down because my hands are starting to get shaky. Um, because I'm hungry. Hold on one second. Yeah, this doesn't this I like this actually. I feel like she's running into her tower moment, like actually getting in there and just being free with it. This is almost a full moment within wrapped into a tower moment. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's almost as if the tower, the scary stuff, the darkness of that tower moment is parting for her because she's come into her power, and it's just sort of moving out of her way. It's parting for her so that she can get to the other side, so that she can reach those stars on the other side of those clouds. It's wonderful. And the artist gave us all of that in so few lines and with only no color. Like, it's black and white, so yeah, love it. Love this tower card, actually. And again, this is the Broken Isn't Bad tarot. What do you guys think of this one? This is the Animal and Food tarot cards, and this is oh goodness. This is why we need thumb hole cutouts. This right here. This right here. Okay. Whew. Okay. And then no ribbon. I had to put my own ribbon. It's just okay. Anyways. This deck is super cute, and there is pretty much nothing it can do wrong. And I mean, come on, these images are so damn cute that, I mean, can you imagine it having a scary card at all? None of the cards are scary, not even the scary ones, and the tower card is no exception. This tower card is just damn cute. Like, I mean, first of all, it's ice cream. It's ice cream and cookies. Like, come on. And then look at the little dogs or whatever those are making off with the candy and the cookies as they're falling out of out of the cup. Stop it. This is damn cute. So this is another deck with a tower card that is not even in the least bit scary. As a matter of fact, it's just damn cute. Again, this is the Animal and Food tarot cards. Here's an angel deck. This is the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. And I think I've got a few angel decks, and I would say none of them have scary tower cards. And this one is no exception. Let's just take a look at some of the cards really quickly. Yeah, they're soft images, really cute, really bright colors. I like this one. I have another one that's different coloring. I think it's the same artist and creator, but different coloring. I like this one better. I love the emotion in the images. But anyways, the tower card. Stay focused, Robin. Stay focused. Okay, so the tower card, you can see it's not, I mean, it's called transformation for one thing. It's not even called the tower, which is helpful. And I love the addition of the hourglass and the butterfly here. I don't know if you can see it. I love that addition for the transformation, to carry through that transformation message, and the timing, it just letting us know that, yeah, when this hourglass is finished, it is going to be time to change, whether you want to or not. But that's okay, because it's coming, and the tower card has let you know, and so now you have that freedom. You've been liberated from not knowing, and you have the freedom that has been given to you because you do know, and you can make choices now based on what you know now. So yeah, and even with the angel taking his hand and they're calmly walking away, it's not scary at all. It's actually very soothing, and in a very soothing way to read and think about tower energy and tower moments, right? So love this card, love this deck. This is the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. This one is the is it called the Unfolding Path? Shit, I don't remember the name. I took it out of the box when I got it, and yeah, I don't remember the name. I'll put it on the screen in editing. I can never remember the name of this deck, but it's because I took it out of the box, and I just don't know. But this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And it's coming to Hay House soon. It'll be mass market. This is the indie version, but it will be mass market very soon. So that is exciting. And it has these bright colors and these emotive people and lovely scenes, up close imagery of what's going on in the cards, which I love. And the Tower card is no different. Um, it's up close. Her hair is everywhere. She's obviously been thrown from this tower, but look at her face. Look at her face. She is serene. She is going with the flow. This is the epitome of surrender, right? Surrendering to life's challenges, surrendering to what is transformation that you cannot change, right? Changes that you cannot undo. Surrendering to the wheel. And sometimes, you put yourself in these situations, but you push yourself so far that, the universe just kind of takes over. And there's nothing that can be done about it. You can't backpedal at that point. It's too late. And the only way out is through. So this is a beautiful and thought-provoking tower card that does not scare me. What do you guys think? The last one on my list, I had to save for last because maybe it's the best. I don't know. This is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot. And the Tower card in this is fabulous. It only serves to remind me of a fabulous show that I love. Let me show you some of the cards. Hang on. Nothing about this deck scares me. All of it only reminds me of the show. I love it. I love this TV show. I loved it when I was younger. I love this card, and it's beautiful. And it shows some of the artwork that I wish was running through the whole deck. Some of the cards feel a little undercooked, underbaked, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But this one is gorgeous. But anyways, I love it. There are, like I said, there's some issues with it, but I don't care. I don't love it as much as I do the Hocus Pocus, but I love it just the same. And the Tower card in this deck is not scary at all. It only serves to remind me of one of the best episodes in the show. There is Buffy jumping from the tower to save her sister. It's fabulous. It was a wonderful choice. I mean, the only choice really for this card, and I love it. So there's that. And so I saved that for last, and that is the last Tower card that I have pulled from my shelves. I didn't go through every deck, but I went through the ones that I knew had pretty decent Tower cards. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm starting to get hungry. My stomach is growling. My hands are shaking. So I'm going to stop there. I may make another video at another point just to, bring in some more because I have a lot of these. I do. What do you guys have out there that have lovely Tower cards or just Tower cards that don't scare us? But for now, I gotta go. I'm like BB now. My mom's coming, gotta go. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. It helps my channel grow. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.